Hello, my name is Akhil and welcome to the channel The Harry Tinkers. So, as you're aware, I have actually moved down to the UK and we are actually excited and thrilled to start a new series called The Life in the UK. This would be more to do with what we do on a daily basis, how things are happening, and what are the interesting facts and places that you can visit in the UK. Hi all. So hope you all is doing good. And it's been exactly 1 week that I've landed in UK, and I thought it's good for me to give you kind of an experience what has been happening the last 1 week. Truth to be said, I've been actually held up in the last 1 week with going to the office on Monday, and the week went through, and I was looking for houses, which is an extremely difficult task over here. So till date, I've not got any house. I'm still searching, and so I'm still staying at the Airbnb site. So I've actually extended the site till for 2 more weeks, just to make sure that I do have this place available so that I can stay and continue my day-to-day activity. So I generally going back to how what happens, what has the experience been. So Saturday has been pretty laid back. I just kind of settled down, and on Sunday again the same thing happened. Where it was tremendously, it was like raining, and I wanted to make sure I'm healthy and I don't catch cold. So I was being at home, and I think that was the best decision I took, because I was like all fine. So Monday, I've been to the office, and such a beautiful office. They do have, I've met my colleagues, whom I've been talking to them in the last few months, virtually. So I met them, and I met my senior members, the senior stakeholders within the client. Pretty nice, pretty good environment. It's always like it's not cold inside the office. It's going to be generally warm. So you don't have to wear jackets or anything inside the office. So it's pretty warm. The moment that you step in, it's all good. And the environment, the way of working, it's totally different from how do you get in India. That's the first thing that I would say that I've experienced. And also, one major important thing that I would have to say, the major difference between how things works in India and over here is you need to do things on your own, right? And so if you are somebody who are really not good at doing things on your own and you constantly need somebody's help, I would say stay away and don't even come, because it's going to be really, really difficult. I'm not telling you not to come, but it's going to be really, really difficult for you to get things through on a day-to-day basis. You have to be self-sufficient. You have to do things on your own. Nobody's going to be there to help you out, and that's something that is pretty much that I've learned in the last 1 week, I would say. And I would say it's in a good way. It's a good experience. Another aspect that I would have to say is with regards to the food. You generally get masalas and fresh fruits and fresh vegetables and a lot more everything that you get over here. It's just that you need to probably find time frame to cook your food and things like that. And people generally work from 9 to 5. The first day that I went to the office, I was kind of surprised because I went to the office by around 9:30. Because a lot of security checks that had to be done in the office. So when I went in, I logged in, it was around 9:30. And by 5 o'clock, or by 5:30 people are like gone. It's all vanished. You hardly see people like that too. They're all Indians that I've noticed. There are no UK folks, no folks from the other countries that I've noticed sitting over there. So they're extremely punctual on their time. If it is they're billed for 9 to 5, the bill for 9 to 5. That's it. They don't even take 1 minute, or probably I would say like 1 minute would be like too much. I would say, like 15 to half an hour they take to meet people, talk to things, and then just move out of the office. They do prefer working their own self after the office, and I've also seen people generally go to gym or yoga or anything in the morning. So there are people who wakes up in the morning by around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. People who are interested to cook, they finish off all the cooking related stuff in the morning. People who love to go to gym, they go to gym. They go to if somebody who's interested to go to yoga, they finish off all the yoga, come back home, finish the daily aspects like having food and everything, and then they go to the office. And it's extremely systematic. I would say it's really systematic on how things works here. And for a person like me, I feel really happy because in one way I'm just trying myself to be more self-sufficient and doing things on my own, and that helps me as a person to grow. That helps me to maintain myself in the way that how I wanted my life to be. It's under my control. Nobody has the control over things like traffic, or my manager coming back and telling that, hey, you know what, you just have to stay back for more time. No, that's nothing like that. So you finish off your work, you go home, and that's it. And that's pretty good. And people prefer going home and doing their personal life as well. So I kind of feel that people over here have well balanced schedule. If it is 9 to 5, after 5:30 they're off the office. On a Friday, what I've generally noticed is people are on a happy mood, and people tend to leave a little bit early. By around like 4:30ish, they're off from the office, and yeah, that's it. And then they're probably in a party mood, I would say. Generally people go to I've seen a lot of casinos and pubs and everything which is near to the office itself, nearby to the office. And a lot of people generally walk in and then go to the pub directly from the office. Or I've also noticed people, going back home, taking a shower, freshen up, and then go back to the pubs, and they sit there for a long time, and then come back late. So there is nightlife that happens in Reading as well. And people do tend to like stay back for a long time and then they come. With regards to the weather, I would say it's been a bit murky, and I would say it's been raining constant in the last 2-3 days. You might end up seeing it raining for 3-4 hours, and suddenly out of the blue it's like pure sunny, and probably after half an hour it's again raining back. So that's been kind of the weather on the last last 1 week. Just to be said, it was sunny till a minute back. Now it's back again to, as you can see, it's raining now. So it's kind of funny and how the weather is. Well, with regards to, it's just been 1 week, and I would say finding a house has been a really trouble for me. But rest all the things have been going, fingers crossed. Rest all have been going pretty good. And what I would have to say is, like, people generally walk here, then they generally go by car. People who are staying pretty far, or say for example if you're working pretty far, they generally love to commute either through public transport. They have pretty good public transport over here. They also prefer going by their own car if they have it. The gas bills have been going pretty high over here, so people have tend to stop using cars as well. That's what I heard from the owner of this Airbnb that I'm staying. But if you're happy to commute on a daily basis, you don't have a constant time on what needs to be done, then you generally commute using your vehicle, and then go and come at your own time frame. I think it's been a pretty good 1 week experience that I had. Been missing my home country. I would say, like if you ask me what I miss, I would say the food. I miss my the home country's food. So you don't get pani puri or the street vendors over here that you generally get. You do get pani puris, but it's going to be all packed, and then that's how it's going to be. Not like somebody doing this and then putting over there and then we having it. That's not something that I generally see over here. But so food is something that I'm going to miss a lot. But you still get good fresh fruits and vegetables, as I mentioned earlier, and you get all kind of masalas as well. I would say there are a lot of places that you can buy things. So places near me is one which is Tesco. That's something that I generally go and buy fruits and vegetables. There's another place called Sainsbury, which is very close to my office. So I generally buy things from there, and then I walk back home. So that also is, they also have, that is pretty huge place. So the Tesco is the one which is near to my house is an express Tesco, which is, when I say express, it's more of a, you go grab things and then immediately come out. So it's going to be a very small place, not like a huge marketplace where you can just have everything A to Z which is available and then you buy it. You're only going to have selective things over here. However, there are other places as well that you can go ahead and visit and then buy things. Funny incident that I would have to say is I've seen expiry dates for fruits and vegetables. That's not something that you generally see in India. So I have vegetables, yes, but not for the fruits. But I've actually seen fruits also been mentioned with expiry dates, which is pretty crazy, I would say, and which is nice in one way or the other, because you would have to consume it within that particular time frame. Well, have you seen fruits with expiry date? Well, let me show you. So it's best before 13th August. It's grapes. And it's fresh. What else to say? I'm still, just cooked something yesterday for the first time. First time as an Indian food. Rest all the things were like I used to have loaf and eggs. I had a lot of salad. I had bananas, like fruits. I said sorry. So those are the things that I've been having the last 5-6 days. But I've cooked something yesterday. Pretty nice, pretty good. I liked it. I don't know if it is going to be edible for rest of the people, but I have liked it and it was good for me. So, as I said, again, I can show you how the weather is right now. So it's not raining. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. That's how it's been the last 1 week. It's 1 week, so not too much of an experience that I had, but I will definitely keep you all posted on what's been happening in the next week as well. with more experience and more things to say. So, signing off. Bye bye.